children, how are you? I hope you all are doing well. So children, have you heard the saying, united we stand, divided we fall. So children, you know कि हमारा जो देश है, in our country, we have so many religions. We have people who come from different cultures, and our nation is the most diverse nation, and still we all are united as one. So in this chapter, which is called Together We Rise, we are going to talk about unity in diversity. Alright, so let's look at the prologue first. Modern India stands as one of the most diverse countries in the world. Diversity is also about recognizing, respecting and valuing differences based on ethnicity, gender, age, race, religion and region. Children are the flag bearers of the future. They must understand the feeling of oneness and brotherhood. The story will present an extraordinary tale of strong unity in diversity. So, ये जो story है, okay, this is more like a drama that we are going to read, जिसपे हम लोग को ये बताया जा रहा है कि आप बच्चे जो इस country का future है, okay, you all must know the value of being together and considering everyone as Indian and not judge them or bifurcate with them or divide on the basis of different religions or different states or from where they belong, from which region they are. So nothing like that, but to consider each and every human as one and as a true Indian. Alright, so let's warm up. What is the role of children in nation building? So बच्चों, जब हम किसी भी activity के लिए जाते, so who do we represent? Like our team, okay, let's talk about the cricket team. तो वो किसको represent करते? India को. So that is when you will see that people, okay, especially sports people or whosoever goes abroad, they don't say that we come from so and so region, okay, or we belong to so and so religion or state. They say we come from India. Alright, so let's read this chapter. In this chapter, you have the following characters: Malati, Sohail, Jaspreet, Alice, Tushar. Okay, students: Mr. Suryakant, trustee of the Happy Home Orphanage; Kamla and Tinku, who are the children from the orphanage; and Mrs. Malik, who is the teacher. Okay, now this story starts with the first scene. The school playground during the lunch break. 5 children are sitting together with their lunch boxes. They have almost finished eating. So ये scene शुरू हो जाता है स्कूल प्लेग्राउंड से, जहाँ पे लंच ब्रेक चल रहा है और 5 बच्चे इकट्ठे बैठ के लंच कर रहे हैं and they have almost finished eating. So Malti says, "It's good that we formed a lunch group. I can taste everyone's food now. So much more interesting than the same fare day after day." Sohail says while he's munching, yum. Yes, Malti, this chutney is really amazing and it actually goes very well with Alice's cutlets. Jaspreet says, "Oh, so dear foodie gang, what should we do this Children's Day?" Alice says, "How about a fashion show?" Tushar, "I have been thinking of something for a few weeks. It's a little different, but Sohail says, okay, he pats Tushar on his back and laughs and says, "What is it? We like to be different." So Tushar says, "It's just that we have so much, all these comforts and opportunities. Maybe on Children's Day, we can do something for children who are less fortunate than us. Spread some joy in their lives." So, ये बच्चे जो है ये मालती, सोहेल, जसप्रीत, एलिस और तुषार, ओके, ये लोग ना इकट्ठा उनका एक लंच का ग्रुप होता है एंड दे आर ट्राइंग डिफरेंट फूड फ्रॉम एवरीबडी इज, यू नो, व्हेन वी सिट टुगेदर फॉर लंच, हम लोग एक दूसरे के टिफ़िन से खाते हैं, तो यही डिस्कशन चल रहा होता है. और फिर उसके बाद जो तुषार होता है, ओके, तो वो एक आइडिया देता है. जब जसप्रीत पूछता है कि इस चिल्ड्रंस डे पे हम क्या करेंगे, तो एलिस तो कहते हैं फैशन शो करेंगे, बट तुषार के मन में एक आइडिया होता है. कहता है कि हमें तो सारे प्रिविलेजेस मिले हैं, सारे अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ मिलते हैं, क्या हम इस टाइम कुछ अलग करें, ओके, can we bring happiness and joy to the children who are less fortunate? That's a great idea, Malti says. We can do something good for them and have fun at the same time. Jaspreet, so you want to throw a party for kids, distribute food and toys? Malti, actually, how about a fundraiser? There's an orphanage right next to our school. What if we do something collectively to raise money for the orphanage? Tushar, sounds good. Alice, but we need to have a plan first. Most importantly, how will we raise funds? Sohail says very excitedly, how about a food fair? Just imagine the grounds of our school are covered with food stalls. Food from Rajasthan, Kerala, Assam, Punjab, everywhere. All the money that we make can be given to the orphanage. So, अब ये सारे बच्चे सोचते हैं कि क्या कर सकते हैं? What can we do differently? Should we distribute toys or should we distribute food? Okay, क्या कर सकते? तो फिर उसके सोहेल कहता है कि क्या हम स्कूल में मेला रखते हैं? ओके और अलग अलग फूड स्टॉल्स रखेंगे तो जो भी कमाई हो जाएगी विल डोनेट इट ऑल टू द ऑर्फनेज. So Jaspreet says, I think you have hit the pot of gold, okay? The students could bring food from their homes so that we reduce costs. That way, there will be more to give. So Malti excitedly, and listen to this, we help our parents to cook. That way, we all can bring food which is specific to our state. Plus, we'll get to learn our traditional recipes. It's a win-win situation. I could bring appams and stew. Alice, I love your mother's brownies. And Sohail, that biryani your father cooks, makes it so good. So, अब वो जसप्रीत जो कहता है कि यार ये तो सही आइडिया दिया, मतलब दिस इज लाइक यू हिट द पॉट ऑफ गोल्ड. व्हाट वी कैन डू कि हम अपने घर से कुछ कुछ बना के ले आ सकते हैं. ओके एंड उसके व्हेन मालती सेज व्हेन वी कैन ब्रिंग समथिंग दैट इज कुक्ड एट होम वी कैन हेल्प आवर पेरेंट्स ऑल्सो कुक. उसी बहाने हम भी अपने ट्रेडिशनल रेसिपीज सीख जाएंगे विच इज़ लाइक अ विन विन सिचुएशन फॉर अस. सो मैं क्या करूँगी, मैं अपने घर से अप्पम और स्टू ले आऊँगी. फिर वो एलिस को कहते तुम ब्राउनीज ले आना. फिर सोहेल से कहते कि तुम्हारे पापा तो बहुत अच्छी बिरयानी बनाते हैं. सो तुषार सेज आई विल ब्रिंग उंधियो एंड पूरीज. हैव यू ईटन उंधियो? It's fabulous. Sweet potato, brinjal, raw banana, beans. So Alice is like, my mouth is already watering. Sohail says, hold on. We still have to talk to our teachers, not to mention our parents. Malti says, and the rest of the school. We'll need everyone to participate. Tushar says, we would call it Flavors of India or India in a Mouthful or Savor India's Flavors. Listen, how about Many Tastes of India or Many Tastes, One India? So Alice says, we could cook all day on the 14th November and set up the stalls for the evening. We could use the decorations stored in the storeroom to really spruce up the place. We may have some games and music also. The bell rings and the group gets up. Tushar says, I'll talk to Malik ma'am tomorrow. I'm sure she will approve. She's always interested in such activities and it's for such a good cause too. She will probably speak to Principal Ma'am right away. It's so good to have a Children's Day event that actually helps us reach out to other children. The children's voices fade as they walk away. So, अब ये पूरा डिस्कशन हो रहा है जहाँ पे वो लोग सोचते हैं कि हम इस फेस्टिवल के लिए वॉट एवर इवेंट दैट वी आर ऑर्गेनाइजिंग उसको क्या नाम दे सकते हैं. सो दे स्टार्ट थिंकिंग ऑफ डिफरेंट नेम्स. फिर वो कहते हैं कि पूरा दिन हम घर पे खाना बना सकते हैं और शाम को हम फूड स्टॉल लगाएंगे, उसके साथ गेम स्टॉल्स भी रखेंगे, म्यूजिक स्टॉल्स भी रखेंगे. सो इट विल बी लाइक अ फन फेयर इवेंट फॉर एवरीवन एंड देन वी आर ऑल्सो हेल्पिंग those poor unfortunate children, okay, and we are doing something good for them. So फिर वो तुषार कहता है कि मैं ना मैम से बात कर लेता हूँ and I'm sure कि मैम तो अप्रूव कर ही लेगी. And then, and at the same time, she will talk to the principal ma'am also, and then she will also help us. So this is how they make a plan for helping those children who are not as fortunate as these people and who do not have so many privileges in life. So let's track your performance first. by doing the performance tracker. Quickly answer these questions. Now, let's move on to the second scene. The school playground. It is evening. There are stalls everywhere, arranged with delicious platters of food. The place is also decorated with balloons and streamers. Children and parents walk about excitedly, sampling different food items and enjoying themselves. So finally, वो दिन आता है and their plan is approved, and now अभी उन्होंने अपने food stall set up कर लिए हैं in the school playground, and then there are different types of food items. There are balloons, there are streamers, okay, and all the children, parents, they are walking around and enjoying themselves. So Jaspreet says, what fun! I can't believe it actually worked. But so Malti says, when you aim to do something good, things always work out. Jaspreet, but still, I am amazed at how excited everyone got. The teachers, the parents, the whole school, everyone's put in so much effort. Many parents took leave from work to help with the cooking. Alice said, Jamshed's stall is a big hit. Everyone seems to love the dhansak. Tushar, my undhyo is already sold out. Maybe I should have brought more. So, dhansak is a Parsi dish. You know, Parsi people make this dish called dhansak. They use the dal and they use a meat in that, and that's how this dish is prepared. Undhyo is a Gujarati dish. You know, it's from Gujarat, jahan pe alag-alag, it's like a mixed vegetable, but it has a different flavor altogether. Jaspreet pats Tushar's back. It was fabulous. I must take the recipe from you. And your recipe too, Sohail, for the biryani. Sohail, look, here comes Mr. Suryakant. I think a couple of children from the orphanage are here too. Sohail, Jaspreet, Alice, Malti and Tushar walk up to Mr. Suryakant and the two children accompanying him. Good evening, sir. We are very glad you could come to our food fest. So, ये लोग सब डिस्कस कर रहे होते हैं, एक दूसरे के फूड स्टॉल्स के बारे में बात करते हैं. तभी सामने नज़र पड़ती है मिस्टर सूर्यकांत पे, जो वो ऑर्फनेज से आए और उनके साथ दो बच्चे भी आए फ्रॉम दी ऑर्फनेज. So, Mr. Suryakant says, Good evening, young man. I was so touched when your teachers told me about your plan that I had to come and see for myself. You kids have got this place rocking. Alice says, Thank you, sir. Mr. Suryakant, here, meet Kamla and Tinku. All the children at Happy Home wanted to come, but I couldn't possibly bring all of them. These two were the most stubborn and insisted on tagging along. Sohail, hello. We are very happy that you are here. Most of our food is sold out, but we have saved some for you. Please wait. Sohail runs off. So, Mr. Suryakant जो है वो पूरे प्लेग्राउंड को देख के, सारे फूड स्टॉल्स देख के, he is quite surprised, you know, pleasantly surprised, and he said like, no, you guys have really done a very good deed. और फिर वो बताते कि फिर इंट्रोडक्शन कर देते हैं, जो उनके साथ जो दो बच्चे आते हैं उनका इंट्रोडक्शन करके देते हैं. कहते हैं कि ये कमला है, ये टिंकू है. सारे बच्चों को आना था, बट इट वॉज नॉट पॉसिबल टू गेट देम ऑल, बट ये दोनों जिद कर रहे थे, तो दैट इज़ वाई आई गॉट दीज टू अलॉन्ग विथ मी. तो बच्चे कहते हैं कि वैसे तो बाकी सारा खाना तो ख़त्म हो गया, बट हमने आप लोगों के लिए थोड़ा खाना बचा के रखा था. सो टिंकू सेज, वाव, यू हैव सो मेनी स्टॉल्स हियर. Jaspreet, yes, one stall for every kind of cuisine. This food fest celebrates a variety of communities and cuisines from all over India. So, Jaspreet बताता है कि यहाँ पे अलग-अलग cuisine के, अलग-अलग regions of India के stall setup है. Alright, so Mr. Suryakant addressing the children says, Children, this is what our country is like. This is what all the diversity in clothes, customs, traditions, languages and religions boils down to a tasteful mix, bringing out the best in one another. Just then, Sohail returns with a plate. Sohail says, Here, these are the saved samples of everything we had today. Mrs. Malik walks towards the group. So, Sohail एक प्लेट लेके आता है जिसमें जो अलग-अलग स्टॉल्स थे, सबके स्टॉल्स के थोड़े-थोड़े आइटम्स उस प्लेट में रखे गए थे. So, Mrs. Malik थोड़ी देर में वहाँ पे आ जाती है, कहती है, Mr. Suryakant, when did you come? I'm really sorry I didn't see you earlier. Mr. Suryakant says, I came a little while ago. These lovely children have been accompanying me. Mrs. Malik, well, you made it just in time. We have already packed up the stalls. A group of teachers and parents are counting the collection and making an account. We will give it to you right away. It seems like it will be a tidy sum. The food fair was quite a hit. Alice and Malti, they hug each other and they're like, yippee! And Jaspreet, Sohail and Tushar, like, in unison, they say, now it feels like Children's Day. So Mrs. Malik जो होती है, she is the teacher and she says कि आप time पे आ गए, सारा food stalls तो अभी तो close हो गए and I feel that the amount that we have collected, they are counting it and it's going to be a good sum of amount. So children, देखा आपने कि कैसे 5 बच्चों ने मिलके दूसरे बच्चों के बारे में सोचा. They thought about those children who are less privileged and really they did such a kind gesture, okay, of keeping such an event. तो हम भी कभी कभी सोच ही सकते हैं ना to do something different for these children. So always be generous, always be kind towards those who are not as privileged as you are and do something different for them. Alright, so now quickly reread this chapter, learn the difficult words, the important words, their meanings. Don't forget to do a good deed every day and bring a smile on someone's face, and don't forget to do the back exercises also.